Hello, everyone. Can I ask all of you who is in the first line to come a bit closer because all the others are still outside. So please come closer. We won't bite you, I promise. Me not. Yes, yes. Have you heard that? Probably not, but Tunda wants to do some crowd surfing. So be aware, okay? Just be aware. So we're not starting we're not starting yet because probably 3 places are still empty and they are quite important for us, so we wait a little bit more. So sorry to calm you down, but still students outside, I think. Okay. If Adam is here, then we can start. So till then, can I ask some of you to tell some jokes, maybe? Or no? No, okay. No?
What about the do you speak Japanese? Why? Is it an exam score?
That was a good one, thank you. It's better if nobody heard it. Yuri is here, yeah! Very bad reputation. He's gone. So welcome you all on the official opening ceremony of Milestone. Hello, everyone. And I think yes, we're still waiting for people, but I think it's too hot and it's too busy not to start, right? Okay. First of all, I think I have to say and admit that it's so fantastic to be in person and in physically together with you in this room after 2 years of online meetings. So happy to be here, happy to be with you together here. So we have this fantastic occasion today, and please giving a non-stop applause for the people behind me on stage. It's standing ovation already because you are standing. But so here we have 2 of the founders only, because the third one is on the way with Giro Italia on the bike. Yes, he is on the bike. There he is! Adam! Jó, so kinyílik a tömeg. So some of you already know them, but still. So Adam Zeitler, one of the founders. Yeah. Yuri Grešković. And here behind me, Dániel Léderer. And I have on stage with me the Academic Council, Ágnes Horváth behind me, the head of Upper House. Andor Kelenhegyi, head of Teaching and Learning. Tünde Szabó, the head of Academic Operations. And the newcomer, Anna Tolmayer, an ex-student. So the day is full of activities and fun, so I hope you're going to enjoy it and looking forward to it. And now I really like to ask Dániel to formally open this new academic year.
Sound check, yeah. So when she said formally open, she meant give one of my long speeches. So please be prepared. So dear incoming students, dear continuing students, dear faculty and members of staff, dear academic council. This is the opening ceremony, the start of the new academic year, but most importantly, the celebration of matriculation of our new students. It represents a part of your transition from being a secondary school student to becoming part of the Milestone community and the academic discourse taking place within these thick walls in the middle of Budapest's party district. In anthropology, this transition would be described as liminal, from the Latin word limen, meaning threshold. Liminality is the threshold between the old way in which your life and your community had been structured to a new way. It is a rite of passage in which your identity will become substantially consolidated for the rest of your life. Liminality can be quite unsettling and alarming, but at the same time it gives space for future dreams. Liminality can also be captured within our wider society. When being locked down due to a pandemic or having to hide in cellars from a war and escape rape define our new identity. We are, as a society, at a threshold. The words of Hobbes that life outside society is poor, brutish, nasty, and short might even capture some of our realities quite well. So how can you fully embrace your rite of passage, endure your own liminality, give space to dreams, when liminality for a wider society means the normalcy of wars, enduring political instability, and prolonged intellectual confusion? So how should we deal with this sort of asymmetry taking place? I think the more you understand the educational philosophy and the vision of the Milestone Institute, the more will you have confidence to step over the threshold and remain positive. Behind the academic excellence at Milestone, the impressive results of our students, alumni and faculty, which occasionally make it to the cover of magazines and news sites, there lies an essential milestone. In 1873, John Henry Newman, an evangelical academic at the University of Oxford and priest in the Church of England, whom the Universities of Oxford and Cambridge both have a lot to thank to, wrote that philosophy presupposes knowledge. By philosophy, Newman meant the perfection of the intellect, how the mind thinks. The separation of knowledge and philosophy is critical. In human words, there is no enlargement unless there be a comparison of ideas, one with another, as they come before the mind, and the systematizing of them. It is not the mere addition to our knowledge that is illumination, but the locomotion, the movement onwards. This is the intellectual basis of the academic work at Milestone. Knowledge is important, but not enough. It does not enlarge our minds. So don't be surprised why everyone at the Institute will conduct some sort of debate with you and attempt to train your mind as if this place was some sort of mental gym or fitness center without the loud music. These experiences can take places organized by our debating society, in your modules, or in writing when you are asked to submit an essay, or even on the corridors of this building, or later in the pubs with the alumni. Be prepared to be mentally trained. But how is the Milestone approach at all useful in coming to terms with the asymmetry of your liminality and the liminality of our society? It should make you aware that knowledge without philosophy can inhibit our imagination. Let's look at a couple of examples. The German mathematician Richard Dedekind's question, Was sind Zahlen? Und sollen die Zahlen, which translates, and sorry for my German, translates as, what are numbers and what are they good for, might sound bollocks. But if one is aware of complex numbers, it makes sense. In 1622, in a little publicized ecclesiastical trial, a Florentine abbess called Benedetta Carlini, nun Benedetta, was accused of irregular practices. She had boosted of mystical visions and had raised suspicions through some form of sexual offense. She spent 45 years incarcerated. More than 300 years later, amidst much greater publicity, a leading American publisher launched an account of trial under the guise of A Lesbian Nun in Renaissance Italy. The title was a good choice to attract the interest of male academics, but was less in accordance with the evidence of the trial, as at the time, men were so fearful of female sexuality that lesbianism was inconceivable to people, so they simply refused to acknowledge it. I could mention the famous Darwinian debate in 1860, which had been called one of the great stories of our history of science, and is often regarded as a key moment in acceptance of evolution. The evolution concept was controversial even before Darwin put his theory in writing. In the wake of the French Revolution, the idea that people could change, whether it was due to influence of the environment or through the benefits accrued in the lifetime being passed down to the next generation was seen as radical antidote to conservative ideas of hereditary nobility and social caste. So moving to our world today, our knowledge of society and our pre-pandemic identity would have resulted in anyone talking about shops and schools closing, compulsory masks and curfews, full travel restrictions during the Christmas dinner of 2018 or 19 to be conceived as a lunatic, someone not worth listening to. Similarly, I was having drinks with my brother, he's older than me, 2 months ago, when I scarily asked him if he had thought that war was likely at all. He first thought I'd refer to the Balkans, where he was convinced a war is coming close. As for the Ukraine, he told me that he was just on the phone with a colleague of his from Ukraine. They were about to launch a conference the next day, and they thought it's quite safe to have the conference. Next morning, Ukraine was at war. These are striking examples, but history is full of them. Knowledge is not enough. It does not enlarge our minds. So we need to have an inhabited imagination and philosophical curiosity. But if all these tragedies, which you would have never ever imagined, can be true from one day to another, then why could the opposite not be true as well? So we can imagine and accept liminality where war is defining a new identity. Why couldn't we imagine a society of equals? A society, using Marx's words, I could not have given this speech without referring to Marx, I'm afraid. So as Marx put it, where nobody has one exclusive sphere of activity, but each can become accomplished in any branch he wishes. Where it is possible for me to do one thing today and another tomorrow. To hunt in the morning, fish in the afternoon, rear cattle in the evening, criticize after dinner, just as I have a mind, without ever becoming hunter, fisherman, herdsman, or critique. So, getting back to your liminality, all we expect from you is to allow your minds to be trained, to engage with each other, to make friends for life, to have an uninhibited imagination, to dream up our society's future and your role in it. You will receive the tools from us to do so, and we will accompany you on this journey for the betterment of society. A journey which starts today but does not end in 1, 2, 3, or 4 years. When we founders had reached the threshold of liminality to found the Milestone Institute in our early 20s, we had done so to create a community of better leaders for society. At the time, it was us three and the 5 founding students. Since then, we have a community of several thousands. It forms who I am, it has given me friends, and has shaped how I perceive my duties in society. Welcome to the Milestone Institute. The world needs us as ever. Thank you.
Thank you. I don't think that I have ever seen so many Milestone people in one place, ever. And that is fitting, because this year, are the largest student body Milestone has ever had. There are more than 400 of you. And I think that's fitting, because Milestone is growing. In the past 10 years, since Milestone was founded, the world has changed. What has not changed is Milestone's missions in it. We have had Brexit, we have had COVID, we are having a war next door. But what we do at Milestone, and while we are here, me, my colleagues, you, is the same. To turn Hungary into a country that can face the challenges of the 21st century. Well, the challenges are here, and you are the ones who will have to face it. And our pledge to you is that we will do our utmost to make you able to face this, to have the courage, to have the confidence, and the knowledge to face these challenges. But as Dániel has just said, knowledge in itself is not enough. So we're also here to give you comrades, friends, colleagues, people who go the same direction as you go, who walk the forest or through the forest with you. Maybe not the same path you are walking. Every path is individual, but they are walking next to you. They are close. They are walking the same walk and talking the same talk. You're not alone. This year, there are more new students to Milestone than we have ever had. More than 180 new students. Can I have a show of hands of those who are new to Milestone this year? Wow. Great. I would like to ask the ones who are not new, who know Milestone, who know how this works, to take the new ones with you, to show them what Milestone is about, how Milestone breathes and lives, so that they can also feel what you feel, so that they also come back the way you come back, to go together. You, darlings, are the light of the world. So let your light shine, so that other people can see your good works and the world be a better place. Welcome to academic year 2022-23.
Wow. I made a quick decision during the speeches that I'm going to send you the text to digest them, okay? I think it would be okay for everybody. And also, so the next one is Anna, is just student life coordinator. She looks very, very pretty, angel face, but she could be very tough. So let's hear some words about what you're going to do in Milestone, how is the student journey here, and what it's all about.
Yeah, I'm used to it. Hi. Right, so may I just start by kind of following up on what you said, Patrícia, and just kind of shout out one of the clubs that we have called the Feminist Club. I think some of you can read into what I mean by that, but yeah, great. So, after these really moving, kind of grandiose speeches, I'm here to introduce student life to you. And that one, my friends, is lighthearted. It's not going to be as grand, and I hope to inspire you. So, dear continuing and incoming Laikas, is it the first time that you're referred to as Laikas? Might be. I want to keep that name going, because I myself am a Laika. I used to be a student here. So I do, and now, if you look me up on the website, you'll see that I'm the student life coordinator. So I do have kind of two distinct experiences with student life. And today I just want to kind of share both of my visions of student life with you. So, for one, to kind of start things off with, student life is useful. It develops so many of your transferable skills, it's insane. Your academic aptitude by participating in the societies and the clubs and the events that they offer is just going to grow tremendously. You can participate in competitions, you can exchange ideas, you can debate. There's so many things that you can do to improve yourself academically. All academic divisions and any and all pathways that you might be interested in can be found, are represented within our societies and clubs, more on those later, promise. However, on the other hand, student life is fun. And it's so much fun that I can't let go of it. You can clearly see I came back. So I promise you when I say that so many of my fondest memories from my teenage years and on as an alumna are somehow connected to Milestone and connected to student life. Through societies, through clubs, I went to not just competitions, but I went on trips, picnics, various different socials, parties. There's just really so much, and I have so many inside jokes still kind of running through my head from my past experiences. So without further ado, I just want to emphasize that although I am an ex-student, but student life is made by the students, current students, for the students. So it is only fair that I let the current students speak. So I would like to introduce to you the head and deputy head of council, Laci and Márti. Please, stage is yours.
I think I'm more nervous than you.
I think I'm even more nervous than you and everyone else around you.
Have you already been here? I can speak today. Have you already been here?
Yet I've been here in this grey hole 1,000 times.
No, I mean on the podium.
No, never, but I don't think it's a great idea today either. So my blood pressure, actually, I'm going to faint, I think. But it's fine.
It's okay. Please tell your blood pressure that the highest point of the day is yet to come.
That is true. The Student Life Fair is just about to kick off.
What's that?
Well, I'm glad you asked. It's a fair of the student organizations of Milestone. They provide sneak peeks into their sessions, and you can meet their leaders and participate in fun activities to get to know them better.
You know, back at the day, I was confused about whether I should join debating or MUN. But today is the day to try out both.
Let's see, are only MUN and debating societies present?
No. No, absolutely not. Wanna sail on Balaton? Join sailing. Wanna be Elon Musk? Join business society.
And wanna know the secrets of your 5 a.m. mental breakdowns? Join the Psychology Society.
Are only these societies present today?
Actually, there are 10 more, including us, the Student Council.
And we have something to say, haven't we?
We are coming to the most special part of the year for the council itself, because in the summer term, you guys all have the chance to become a core member of the council.
How can someone become a representative?
Well, come find out at our booth, where we will talk about our agenda and about the representative positions that you guys can fill in.
What you see here today is only the tip of the iceberg. Your true journey starts once you have chosen your society, or your society has chosen you, and I wish that was not a Harry Potter reference. By the end of the summer term, exactly as Anna said, you will have core memories that will last a lifetime. Student life is the part of Milestone where friends and adventures bond with academics.
In the name of the council, we wish you a pleasant experience today, and we hope you enjoy.
So the highest point is yet to come, right? So who knows about the heritage or any very heavy traditions here at Milestone? Can you tell one? Yeah, right. Okay, let's start with you. Okay. So the one, and probably the most important, is signing the ledger. What is it? Who knows it? And what to do with it? No? So please, Dániel.
So the ledger, it's one of the traditions. We have actually a lot of them, but you will find out as you progress in the year. So the ledger's purpose is to keep track of everyone who, like that, exactly, to keep everyone who entered the building as a student. So the good thing is that if we had a debate about whether it should be electronic on an iPad or in this book, and then we thought, okay, you never know what's going to happen in the world. Let's have a wide imagination, and it might be easier to rescue the ledger if there is anything happening, if it's in this form, and if all the names are in one single book. So you can't lose the data, Russia can't access it. So we want to make sure it's a very safe way. It's a very safe way of keeping track of all of you. Why? Why is that important? So it's important because, as you heard, Anna, for instance, is a former student of ours, Alaika. So when she becomes Prime Minister, I want to make sure that there's track that she was here, right? You can say Anna was a student, and there's no debate about that because it's in the book. So clearly, the pressure on you is to, once you sign the book, to make sure you fulfill the duties as a Milestone student. You don't cause any shame on us and your fellow students and alumni. And so that's the purpose of the ledger. Normally, we would ask the freshman students to come on the stage, shake hands with the three founders, and then sign. Last year, we couldn't do this. This year, we're debating whether we should do it and touch hands with a lot of people. Maybe not the best idea. And then we thought, since it would be two generations that could not, that would have to sign it, we will now ask, if you could come back, Márta Laci on the stage. We'd ask you two to sign the ledger, since you couldn't sign it when you joined, to represent all the students. And then during the day, everyone will have the chance to sign it. So the ledger will be put up in the library. Our colleagues will help you to sign it, and we'll ask everyone to come into the room, sign the ledger. If you're not in the book, all your privileges are gone. So you better do it today. So thanks so much, and please, Yuri, come and let's shake at least two hands today.
So basically that was it. So we opened the year officially. So welcome in Milestone. As I said, I forgot to tell you and promise in the beginning that the speeches will be about quality and not quantity. So it's done. And please go around, have fun. Have you had your passport already with you? Yeah? So collect as many stamps as you can. Ask the alumni, remember there is no wrong questions, sign the ledger, have fun, and welcome to Milestone.